everyone. Tony here. Hope you're doing well. Tuesday, September 25th. Hope you're holding strong. We are the early adopters of a new asset class, which is cryptocurrencies, as well as a new technology that's going to change the world the same way the internet did, and that is blockchain. And cryptocurrencies is leading the charge with the blockchain revolution. So I have a lot of news items here to share with you guys. So please bear with me. It is a lot, but it's all positive and all important news. Like I've been saying, the stage is being set for the growth of this new market, this new asset class, which will take off. People are now moving their investments into it as fiat currency is dying, and they're going to put their investments and money into this as a kind of a store of value, so to speak, a place where they can escape from fiat, which continues to crash. And don't get me wrong, I live in the United States. I still have the US dollar, but we've seen the value continue to go down, and we're seeing what's happening in Venezuela and different countries. So we're really at a important, I shouldn't say important, it's just a major change in the world, so to speak, where currencies are going to be are failing a bit, and this new digital asset that's arising, cryptocurrencies, can really solve that. And it's very interesting when you think about it and what we're involved in here and the change that could happen. Anyway, guys, I don't want to go too much into that because we have other news to talk about. But let's take a look at the market here. So we obviously been seeing some correction, some pullback. However, what's very interesting, Ripple is being pumped right now. It's XRP. I got to be careful what I say. I know XRP different from Ripple, but Ripple is leveraging XRP. XRP currently at 52 cents, guys. It was earlier today like down to 43 cents. So there's a lot of FUD. I see the comments. It's been coming in waves, and people are saying, "Oh, XRP is crap." It's the FUD has started because they are very scared. The people who are so against XRP and Ripple are very scared because real world utility is at Ripple's doorsteps, guys. With the launch of XRapid, which is coming in a month or so, Ripple is doing things that no other cryptocurrency on this market list here is doing. That is, should have been doing. This is what Bitcoin should have been doing, right? Even Ethereum to a certain degree, but they are not able to. So I'm excited for the launch of XRapid. We know Ripple's Swell Conference is coming up, and I have some very big updates about Ripple coming later in the video. First off, guys, I did want to start with Google has reinstated cryptocurrency advertisements. This is huge. As you know, they had banned crypto ads. Even Facebook had done that, but then Facebook reversed their ban. They still have certain regulations, but Google here, guys, this is big because it will allow these ICOs and different companies to market their business, and this could help stir up a bullish sentiment. But it is a good sign, guys. I hope you understand the implication of this, where a giant like Google and we all use search engines, and the ability for cryptocurrency companies and blockchain companies to now obviously advertise freely. Now, obviously, Google still has their guidelines where they may have strict regulations like, oh, well, you can't promote any type of BitConnect type scams. Those of you who are familiar with BitConnect, right? I'm sure they're going to monitor it closely, but a great sign, guys. This is a win, positive. They reversed this advertising ban. This is such great news. Let's see here. On September 25th, Google announced it was reversing its decision to ban cryptocurrency advertisements on the search engine's portal. The new circular released by the technology giant allows cryptocurrency exchanges to buy advertisements within the regions of the United States and Japan. So really great that the United States, because this is very much an untapped market. South Korea, Japan, Bitcoin is a legal currency in Japan, right? South Korea and some of these other countries are already way ahead of what the United States is doing from a adoption, even regulation standpoint. So this is very big. I'm gonna spare you all the little details because we have a lot to go through here. But takeaway: exchanges and these cryptocurrency ads can now go live on Google. Big win. Now, some other major news, guys, and I can't play the video here, but I will share a link to this in the description of the video. Coinbase announced today, and it's really kind of a BS announcement, but still it's bullish and positive. They said they are going to be listing more coins, and they have added a new way for different digital assets to approach Coinbase to have the listing. So it's listing.coinbase.com. And as you can see here, they have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, and then it says add your asset. And you can apply. And what have I been talking about? If you've been subscribed to the channel, with what the moves Bittrex has been making, adding fiat pairing to Cardano, to XRP, to Zcash, and a whole bunch of other cryptos, and we see the launch of Uphold, right? Adding fiat pairing, and you can buy XRP with fiat pairing, USD fiat pairing, and many other, the basic attention token as well, and Bitcoin, Ethereum. Coinbase is losing market share. So a fire has been lit under their ass, so to speak. And now they are scrambling. Oh, yeah, we're going to add more coins. We've revamped the way we are going to do this. And now we're going to list assets. My thing is, it's just good news, but they're just so stupid sometimes. They could have been listed XRP, Cardano, all these coins way before. They're dragging their feet because they were trying to be greedy. They hold a vast amount of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and this is where the insider trading rumors came from, where, with Bitcoin fork to Bitcoin Cash. You guys know about that, and they had lawsuits and everything. And they also have bad blood with Ripple, as the company, folks at the company. So they need to get past all this nonsense and just list the damn coins. Like, move ahead. They could be making so much money right now. But now Bittrex and all these other exchanges are popping up. Even traditional stock trading apps like Robinhood is getting into this. Now, I know Robinhood is not an exchange, so to speak, where you can withdraw and all that. But they don't, a lot of the new investors and people who are casual investors won't care about private keys and all of that. I'm just putting it out there. I care, you may care, but I'm just saying a lot of the mass public, when this market goes bigger, are not going to care, especially if they trust Robinhood and they trade stocks already, right? I hope you guys grasp that. I'm not saying I like that. I'm just saying there's people out there. Not everyone's the same, and especially Robinhood having that brand, and they already have a huge customer database. So, and once again, I'm just sparing you guys all the little details, but what are the takeaways from here? And like I said, you can absolutely watch the video here, guys. I will put a link in the description. I don't want to get copyright strikes by playing it. They're going to list more coins. They haven't said which ones, but remember what, like I said, if you've been a subscriber, I've been saying eventually they will be forced to list XRP, which they've been running from, because demand will be in the market for it, and the other exchanges in the market are already listing it, and they're going to lose market share. They're also looking to expand globally, guys. They're looking to be, because what's happening, Bittrex is global, Binance is global. These exchanges have a lot of coins, and they're feeling the crunch, guys. They're losing market share. So the two takeaways: they're going to list new coins. They provide a new way for companies to approach them to list coins, and they're going to go more global. So they said they're going to try to list coins, based on laws and local laws. Like maybe some coin cannot be, whatever, sold in certain countries or whatever it is. But that's their plan. But they need to shut up and actually do it. Like, how long have they been, just holding out because they thought they were going to be, the ones that are going to hold market share forever? No. Bittrex one-upped them. Bittrex said, hold my beer, watch this, right? The Bittrex went and became a XRapid partner with Ripple, where banks and payment service providers will source XRP from there for XRapid. This could have been Coinbase, and they are idiots for missing out on this. Now, things could change in the future. Maybe they could become one too. Who knows? Maybe they can mend their relationship, but you guys understand where I'm coming from with this. I have a Coinbase account. I've used Coinbase, but I have to call it like I see it, guys. I'm not, if Bittrex does something stupid, I will call Bittrex out, or Binance, right? But Coinbase, we know about all the drama and all the BS. They need to stop playing around, list XRP, list Cardano, Stellar Lumens, whatever. Just get the coins on there, add the fiat pairing, and let's move forward. They will, because by doing that, because they're one of the largest exchanges, especially in the United States, guys, the largest in the United States, they will help drive this market up a bit more too, because they have that power, they have the user base, they have the brand, but they are losing market share to a lot of these other exchanges, and people are becoming more smarter now and understanding, oh, I have options. I don't need to use Coinbase. I can go to Bittrex, and these Bittrex and even Binance is planning to add fiat pairing. Bittrex already started the process. So Coinbase, they need to stop playing around and get this done. So some good news though, that they are, and let's hope they stick to it, but still bullish news, if you know what I mean, for the market. So definitely some good stuff. Definitely watch the video. I think it's important for you guys. They were on CNBC Fast Money, of course, and they made the announcement here that they're looking to go after the global crypto market. They are adding more coins. It's no timeline, of course, and then they provided a new way that if you were a crypto company or whatever, you wanted to list your coin, you could easily do that. So big stuff, guys. Now, let me see here. Shout out to C3 Nick for just aggregating some of the top news today. Some of which, for example, some of the takeaways from that crypto roundtable we had. So today on Capitol Hill, U.S. Congressman Warren Davidson, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, had a meeting with 32 cryptocurrencies. Coinbase was cryptocurrency companies, Coinbase, the NASDAQ, Ripple representative was there. So a lot of representatives are there, and this is a good sign. The idea is to all come together to form a committee to work with the regulators, SEC and so forth, to push them to stop dragging their feet and put the proper regulations in place, give the clarity. What is a security? What is not? Because there's a lot of tokens out there, right? And put the regulations that we need to know about for investors and whatever it is. And let's move forward, because that's holding up a lot of this market, guys. So some quotes that I want to share with you guys. Ryan Zagone, who's a Ripple employee, quote here: "There are countries racing to provide regulatory certainty so they can be the winner in this race. They can essentially take a stake as the global capital of finance, which is now in the US, moving elsewhere." So every country in the world is looking to become a blockchain crypto haven. Malta is leading the charge for the most part, and the US is dragging behind. So Ryan is urging these folks, these politicians and the people who make the laws, stop dragging your feet. Let's get this going. And here's another quote from the Congressman Warren Davidson. "This is incredibly important to all of us. Where you are coming from, we need some certainty. What is a commodity? What is a currency? What is a security? The people that are now in Congress need to get moving on this now. There's no time for delay." I think all of us are on board with that sentiment. Let's get this thing going, because this is holding up a lot of the big money, and even for more funds to come into this market and people who may be on the sidelines. So I'm hoping this helps push some things forward, guys, because, and living in the United States, I want to see that the United States be a leader, just as it was in the 90s for the internet. That will only be beneficial for our economy and the revenue and tax and all of that, and even people being able to make money like you and I. So I'm hoping this nudges some of these Congress and SEC and these folks to get moving. Let's get the regulations in place. Now, some news regarding Ripple, and shout out to Bank XRP and C3 Nick again. These guys are part of the XRP community, and they post a lot of the news and the changes and things that are happening. Ripple made some updates to their website, some very interesting things. Now, remember, we've been talking about convergence, which not an official term from Ripple yet, but the idea is that XVIA, XRapid, XCurrent can all work together, integrate, meaning XRP can be moved across each platform. And that is huge because a lot of the FUD and misconception around XRP is that it can't be used in Xcurrent, it can only be used in XRapid, which is incorrect. Now, it can. The most ideal scenario is within XRapid, of course. For XVIA and the Xcurrent product, it's not the most ideal. It all depends on the scenario, but it can still be used. And what Ripple is doing now is bridging the gap between each product, where XRP can be leveraged even if someone is using XVIA. So some big things are ahead, and people, we're expecting the launch of XRapid, but bigger things are ahead. With the integration of all these three products, guys. Keep in mind how many clients and banks and payment service providers Ripple has working with them. And I've been on the record, not every bank will use XRapid, but the fact that XVIA and all these are going to be integrated, it gives more opportunity for XRP to be leveraged and obviously increases the utility. So the one page here that was updated, or I should say new, source on-demand liquidity, lower operational costs, and new corridors. So let's see, customer. Okay. RippleNet provides an alternative. Customers have the options to source liquidity required for cross-border payments with XRP to enable instant payments to and from any country in the world. And then they talk about how it works, showing XRP as the bridge asset here, right? Showing the originators like the US dollar, the euro, the Japanese yen, goes through a digital asset exchange. Now, who are the digital asset exchange partners right now? Bittrex, Bitso, and Coins.ph. And then to another digital asset exchange, which would be like the Philippines peso and things like that. So you guys understand this, right? Sending money from one currency to the other. XRP is the bridge asset, and of course the digital exchange will source the liquidity. So, and then they highlight why XRP, and so this is one of the new pages here. If I'm, let me just make sure. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So the page was, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, new page. Here, C3 Nick, Bank XRP said they updated it. Was updated 22 hours ago. This is why I tweeted it, etc. They added it. So it's completely different, guys. So even Ripple is making progress with how they're going to leverage XRP, and the haters and the fudsters still can't see it. They don't understand the business application. They're still caught up in market cap. Did this coin move up? White paper. No. What is your real world utility? How are companies, businesses, the day-to-day, how are people going to use it? Because the market's maturing beyond speculation, where utility is going to have to drive the market eventually. Because remember what happened in the .com bubble, right? You had all these websites. Everybody had a great website, mydog.com, my grandma.com or something, right? And then they had no revenue model, no utility, no use case, no actual business model, and they died. They died. A lot of people lost their money. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of these ICOs. Now, it comes with the territory, but you have to be smart. You have to think of this logically, factually, economically, from a business standpoint. What are we doing here? Are we just, Bitcoin utility sucks. And I understand people are using it as a store of value, but eventually it's going to have some utility. This is why I hold Bitcoin, and I'm always pushing like the Bitcoin to get it on the Lightning Network, so it can actually have some utility, because the market's going to mature and there's going to come a point where it's going to lose value if it has no utility, especially when you have superior technology like the XRP token, guys. This is all logical. People still don't get this, right? And I hope you guys get my perspective. I approach it from a business standpoint, factual and logical standpoint. The other change here. Let's see. The Ripple website also now states that XRP may be used for liquidity by both XVIA and Xcurrent customers. Both access levels have the ability to settle transactions instantly through XRP. That does not mean that all Xcurrent customers will use XRP from day one. This is what I'm talking about. Not every customer, but the ability is there. And so if they want to, they can easily do it. Don't miss that. That is a great improvement by Ripple, guys. So some interesting updates on Ripple's website. So you guys can absolutely check it out. Go to ripple.com and read through. And I highly recommend you do that because it's always important to be knowledgeable about what you're investing in and why you're investing in. I've always stated that, and you guys have seen my portfolio where I list out the coins I hold. I have Bitcoin, I have Ethereum, I have Stellar, I have Litecoin and all of that. But I'm most bullish on Ripple. Why? Not because of my emotions, not because I love Ripple's logo. No, because it has real world utility at its doorstep on a global scale. It's going to disrupt a $1 trillion industry. People are still caught up in, they want to take down banks and governments. Good luck with that. Bitcoin's been around since 2009. I don't see any of you taking down any government or bank. The banks are actually more richer than they ever been. And guess what? And I know this is going to, the Bitcoin maximalists go nuts when you tell them this. The majority of Bitcoin is controlled by banksters now, the guys who actually have the money. And I tell you, if they wanted to crash the price of Bitcoin, they could do it right now because they own millions of it. The wealthy whales, the banksters have it now. So you holding 5 Bitcoin or 10 or 20 even is nothing. These guys have millions of dollars in Bitcoin. If you don't know, if you're ignorant of that fact, you don't understand cryptocurrency and what's happening in the crypto space. So, guys, some interesting updates here on Ripple's part. Now, the next news items, and like I said, I know this is a lot. Coinfield, remember I talked about them looking at potentially adding XRP as a base currency? Well, the XRP community really reached out to them on Twitter. Remember, I told you guys to go on Twitter and encourage them to do it. It sounds like they're going to be doing it. They haven't given you official word yet, but here's what they said. They tweeted today. We would like to thank the XRP community for all the continued support. We are getting close to launch of our platform in 69 countries. Stay tuned for a big announcement coming soon. So obviously, it looks like they're going to do it, but it's, of course, we have to get the official announcement. But another use case, remember we talked about the use cases, right? XRapid, cross-border payments, right? We have the Spring Initiative. The Spring Initiative injects XRP into ecosystems and marketplaces like Omni. You guys have seen my interview with the CEO of Omni. We talked about Scooter Braun and SB Projects. He's going to help inject XRP into SB Projects to help artists and musicians monetize their content. Coil, right? We also have Codius, which is the smart contract platform that Ripple is working on. And watch out Ethereum, because that is coming. And also XRP as a base currency. Similar to how Bitcoin has a lot of Bitcoin's volume, let's be real now, is coming from it being a base currency where you use it to buy alts and trade in it. So a lot of, if XRP was to capture some of that utility, the same way Ethereum was added as a base currency as well, all of that combined, all of that volume combined, what do you think is going to happen? The price is going to go up. It will take time. It will take time. These things are not going to happen overnight. That's why patience is so important. When you're investing in stocks, real estate, other assets like gold and silver, patience, right? Markets move in cycles. It takes time. But once the actual real world utility kicks in and Ripple's really leading that charge, I think we are really at a tipping point where with XRapid going live, now there's no saying, oh, Bitcoin crypto is only used for scammers and criminals and this and that. No, hey, Ripple XRP is being used by banks for cross-border payments. Not only that, you have these other companies like SB Projects and so forth are using XRP within their ecosystem. Not only that, you have a smart contract platform coming out soon. So you see what's going to happen here. Also, as far as launches, I know Stellar Lumens is looking to do something. They're partnered with IBM. They're looking to do very similar activities as Ripple. However, we haven't gotten that much details. We also haven't gotten details on if actual XLM tokens will be used. There hasn't been confirmation of that. I hold Stellar Lumen tokens, so I would love for that to happen. And for those of you who are like, well, what's going to happen? Remember, competition is healthy for the market. You have Coke and Pepsi. You have many car makers, right? The sneakers you wear, there's Nike and Adidas, right? Competition is okay. The market is generally not ruled by just one company. You have Google, you have Bing, Microsoft, which has Bing, you have Yahoo, right? Even Yahoo getting like a little share of the market still exists. Even Bing getting maybe about 20% of the market, while Google has like 70%, still exists. So I believe Ripple will be the leader in this space with banks. I think Stellar Lumens has Stellar and IBM have a place, but it's not on the level of what Ripple is doing. Especially, I mean, Ripple is working with central banks, people from the IMF, the Federal Reserve. It's next level. So I know sometimes people are in their feelings with certain tokens. And like I said, if something comes out that's detrimental to XRP or Ripple, I will call it out. I'm not emotionally attached to it. I'm just factually attached to it, meaning that based on what's been happening and the coming real world adoption and the disruption of $1 trillion industry, it absolutely makes sense to me. So hope you guys get my approach in the way I think on these things. Now, speaking of smart contracts, we covered Allvor a while ago, months ago. I talked about this project being built on the XRP Ledger. They are looking to provide quick e-commerce transactions, and they were doing a presentation, and they tweeted today, 4 seconds and done. You've paid with Allvor. So essentially, you know how you have Ethereum tokens, ERC20 tokens? Same way, Allvor is kind of built on the XRP ledger, so it moves the same way. If you know if you understand that concept, and they're integrated with WooCommerce, which is a online e-commerce platform and plugin. And they tweeted quite a few things today about this. So let me see here. For those who are curious, in only 4 seconds, we validated a transaction in real time between a customer and e-commerce here at Block Crypto BR with our WooCommerce integration using the power of the XRP ledger. See what's coming, guys? That's why I said watch out Ethereum, because look what the ICOs did for Ethereum, guys. So imagine a much faster platform, more scalable platform, which is the XRP ledger, right? With ICOs, with new projects. That's what I'm telling you guys. People don't see what is coming. It is clear as day if you look at the facts. And I'm showing you sources. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not pulling it out of the air. I'm showing you actual sources and the facts here. People don't know what is coming. There's so many big things. Now, if we were to just switch the names, if this XRP or Ripple was known as Ethereum, I would be talking about Ethereum the same way. So it has nothing to do with the name or logo or my feelings towards it, but the facts are here. Look at this company built on the XRP ledger, and more of this is going to come as people recognize the power of the XRP ledger, the speed, the low cost, and the scalability. Let me see what else they tweeted here, guys. They were giving it looks like they were giving a presentation on this. Today was a wonderful day. We finally showed a little bit of our payment solution, and it was huge. It will be released soon. #XRP community. So expect more of these projects to be built on the XRP ledger. Another use case, guys. Another way to drive the value up. So don't listen to the futzsters and the haters. And there are probably going to be some on this video. They're going to XRP is going to drop to 10 cents and this and that and something new. And, Jeb McCaleb is selling all his XRP. Who cares? What's that going to do? He's been selling it nonstop anyway. And the price has been actually went up over 100% last week. He's been selling it since whenever. Who cares? It's not like he owns all of the XRP. He has an amount. For those of you guys who don't know who Jeb McCaleb is, he was one of the original founders of Ripple, the company, along with Chris Larsen. They, since years ago, had a disagreement, and they went their separate ways. Chris Larsen obviously running Ripple and grew it significantly. Jeb McCaleb went and started Stellar Lumens. So Stellar, that's what I'm saying, is very similar to what Ripple is doing. Jeb obviously holds a lot of XRP, but not he's under a certain settlement law or rule that he can't dump too much of it on the market. He can sell, obviously, but as you can see, that has not affected XRP in any way. And this is coming up now as like a FUD article, and yet Ripple is back up to 51 cents. It was down to 43 this morning. So what happened? Did Jeb sell some this morning? I don't know, but it's irrelevant. It's FUD. So guys, don't pay attention to that. If it was significant or it would be detrimental, I will let you know, because I hold XRP. I don't want anything detrimental to happen to my investment. But the great thing about Ripple, and I know a lot of the Bitcoin maximalists don't like when I say this, they are an actual company with actual public faces, so they are accountable. Right now, I don't know who owns what Bitcoin, and don't get me wrong, we don't know who owns a whole, specifically what XRP, but who's the developers, who's doing what, we don't know. It's very black box. And then I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, but from an investment standpoint, I'm more bullish on on having a face to the company and transparency versus not. But like I said, I hold Bitcoin. I'm long on Bitcoin because it's moving towards a store of value, because it has no, it doesn't have a proper utility. So they have now shifted it, the concept of Bitcoin, which is outside of Satoshi's vision, to a store of value. But like I said, the Jeb McCaleb stuff is FUD. Don't worry about that. That's going to be nothing with the launch of XRapid, guys. When you think about the volume that's going to be moved and so forth. So, guys, I know I spoke a lot here and covered a lot. What do you think about this news? Google unbans crypto ads. Coinbase looking to be a global cryptocurrency exchange. List more coins. They've added a new way to do this. The crypto roundtable, we had some good quotes and takeaways that I believe will help push these Congress and the SEC and these regulators to move forward and get things done. Stop dragging their feet. Ripple has updated their website to show that XRP can be leveraged throughout all three of their major products. Obviously, the ideal scenario would be XRapid. Coinfield looks like they're hinting that XRP will be added as a base currency. Allvor, a project built on the XRP ledger, looks like they're making progress, and more of this is to come, guys. So what do you think about this news? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. And like I said before, let's grow the community here. If there's family members or friends who want to learn about crypto, I'd love for you to share my channel with them, because I don't over speculate. I take a logical, factual approach. I show sources, don't make up stuff. And you guys know I take a business approach as well. I don't have a religious following for one token. I hold a variety. I may be more bullish on one or the other, but I hold a variety of tokens. It's really the infancy stage of this market, so there's a lot of potential here, guys. So thank you for your support, and I'll talk to you all later.